Hi, it's Dr. Joel Goldenberg. Welcome to another episode of Dentist Can Cook. Today we have a special request for a meal. Someone that's very dear to me, someone I care very much about, Aunt Jerry. She asked me to make duck à l'orange, canard à l'orange, duck with orange sauce. So the first thing we had to do was go out and hunt a duck. And I went down the aisle of Stu Leonard's. You know, it's funny, they don't want you to walk around supermarkets with shotguns. But I got the duck. And today we're gonna go over how to make this so that even your daughter would eat it. She's shaking her head. She might eat it, we'll see. So the first thing you wanna do after you get your duck is you wanna take it out of the bag. If it's frozen, make sure you defrost it. All right, I took this out last night. I put a little bit of salt and pepper, and I left it in the refrigerator uncovered so it's nice and dry, and that'll allow the skin to crisp up nicely. Because what you really want is a nice crispy skin with a tart, tangy orange sauce. We don't want sweet and sour sauce. We want not too sugary. We want something that's got a little bite to it. So we've got the duck. Now, when you get a duck, there are some parts that come inside. All right, you don't want to throw those away because to make the sauce, we're going to work on making a stock, and we're going to use these pieces. We're going to let anything go to waste. So what I'll do is start by taking my pot, put a little bit of olive oil in there, make sure we're back on a nice high heat, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the wingettes off. I cut that. It doesn't come like this. It's not Velcro. All right. That'd be kind of funny if ducks were just parts flying off. All right. So you've got the liver. I guess that's the heart. It's all good. Got good stuff in here. So we're just going to take this. We're going to place it down. You can start hearing some of that sizzling. It's a little excess fat to me, so I'm just gonna peel that off. We don't want too much fat. Now my camera person Jessica is showing you what we need as far as the ingredients. Sort of a basic stock that we're making. So you're gonna take your aromatics, your spices, your herbs. Let's just wash my hands here. Great. Oh, I almost forgot. You gotta dress appropriately for what you're doing. Otherwise, they won't know who you are. In the dental office, I've got the scrubs, they know who I am. Now I've got my apron. Now you know that I'm the cook. There we go. All right. Let's just take some of the aromatics. Let's take some of the onion. I've got celery. And use the leaves, by the way. Don't throw the leafy portion away. That's all flavor. I'm going to put some carrots. I have a tomato. Some chopped up garlic. And we're just going to work this until it's nice and brown. Release some of the liquids. And then what will happen is as soon as we start getting some of the sticking to the bottom, some of that fat, then we're going to add some chicken stock. And we're going to let this cook down for at least an hour to an hour and a half. This is not a fast meal, by the way. And Aunt Jerry, thank you for that. You could have asked me for something like hamburger, hot dog, but no. You pick something that's going to take a couple of hours to make. So, cheers to you on that one. You know, the other thing that we really need to point out in this recipe, you've got to use Cointreau or Grand Marnier. Cointreau is an orange-based liqueur. It's what's going to give you that extra tang to it that you're looking for. And you're also going to want to add a white wine. So I got the wine that I got because it says Joel got, and I got it. I'm Joel. I got it. So I'm going to use this one. And we're just going to let this cook down until we start seeing it brown. And then I'll decide when to add the liquid at that time. All right, waiting for the stock to come along. So let's pay attention to the duck right now. What I did was I gently scored the skin, made a couple of small pinpricks. This way the fat has a place to render out. So what we're going to do now, we're going to season the inside. Remember, I told you this sat last night and the outside was seasoned. And now I'm going to do the inside. And you do want to add some flavor in there. So that's a little salt, a little pepper, a little herb de Provence. Remember, I said we're making the orange sauce the star of the show here. So we want to keep things citrusy. So one of the things I did just before was I took my juicer, my electric juicer, because I didn't feel like squeezing fresh oranges with my bare hands because I'm tired. So I took the juicer. I'm not going to throw the pulp away, and I'm not going to throw the rind away, because that's flavor. That's all good flavor. A couple of oranges, a couple of lemons. Got an onion cut up, a couple of cloves. So all I'm going to do is we're going to fill the cavity. We're going to put that in. We'll put some onion in there. Put the orange, squeeze that in there. Take the pulp, and again, just work that in. That's flavor. That's good. It's gonna be good. You're gonna like this. Put the lemon in there. You wanna fill that up. Nothing goes to waste here. We have room for another onion. Oh yeah. Oh, get that to there. Oh, that was nice. And some garlic. How much garlic? More. It's always the answer. How much you put in? Put more. I like garlic. I think that's pretty good. All right. And now you've got that. Now we can leave that like that, but I think it's kind of pretty when you truss it up. So take some string, and I already made a knot on one end. So what I'll do is tie it around that leg there. And then what I did was I made two small openings right in the back, right by the tail. There's a little bone back there that makes it real easy to just drape that in one way. And now go back inside the other way. And wrap around that other leg like that. And if you want, you can come around the back. And again, wrap that leg, and then just tie that up with 1, 2, and with a scissor, cut that off. How easy is this? How easy? If you do chicken, you can do duck. All right, so this is looking really good. I'm seeing some nice brown sticking at the bottom. I think you can hear and see that. So now what I'm going to do is add some chicken stock. Put a little bit. I'm going to scrape up all that yummy flavor at the base. That's the good stuff. And remember, I told you that I squeezed a couple of fresh oranges before. And there's a reason, and that is I want the juice to build, to build, to build. Always building, building flavors. Can you see that? Look at that. Fresh squeezed orange juice. This is delicious stuff. that in. There you go. That's going to be the flavor. And we're going to strain all this, so don't worry about what this looks like. Add some more herbs. Again, a little salt, a little pepper, a couple of bay leaves. I don't get the thing about bay leaves. You know, everything's like put one bay leaf. Like one bay leaf is going to make all the difference to you. I put 3 or 4 of them. Just stir that in. Let that go. We're going to come back to this, but I'm going to add a little white wine to that too now. Why not? In the meantime, I've got the oven heating up to 425. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bird in for about 20 minutes. I want that skin to kind of dry out, tighten up a little bit. Crispy skin, that's what this is all about, crispy skin. So I'm going to wait for this to come to a boil, then I'm going to leave it for, like I said, an hour. And again, we're going to strain it. It's not going to come out all lumpy looking, don't worry about that. So as soon as the oven's ready, I'm going to pop the bird in, and then we'll come back and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, the oven's almost ready to go in, and we're prepared to put the bird on the roasting rack. So I just lightly sprayed it with some nonstick oil. Now what I want to do is I want to take some water, pour that into the pan, and I want to take some of the wine and pour that into the pan. That looks good. All right, I won't do it. Cats. And I guess I've got some extra. We'll just throw some of those onions. What's going to happen is the duck is going to release all of its fat, its juices. It's all going to melt down there in the bottom of the pan, and we're going to scrape that up. And they're going to put that in the stock. So that's, again, building flavor, building flavor. All right, so I lifted the duck and I went and I washed my hands and now I'm drying them. By the way, if you remember from the other episode, I had a washcloth and it looked like this. And we had the potato au gratin with chicken at a table with a red tablecloth, and my wife did the laundry. So now I've got it's a pink dish towel. It's right. I don't mind. I'm man enough. I can use a pink dish towel. Don't be that guy. It's okay. You can use pink. So we're gonna put the bird in for about 20 minutes at 425. And then what I'll do is come back, lower the heat to 350, and it's gonna sit there for about an hour. So maybe we'll come back in 15 minutes. Maybe we won't. Oh, you'll just have to watch and see. We don't know. So the bird's in the oven. The stock is working its way down. Now you just have to wait. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Be with your loved ones. Be with your family. Ask them how their day was. They'll probably tell you. You don't have to listen or act like you're. But listen. You should listen. And you don't have to care. Just don't let them know that you don't care. It's really nice by the fireplace. I love this time of year, don't you? It's a great time to cook and just sit around. All right, see you in a little bit. What you doing?
None of your business. Well, you got a video.
No, what are you doing?
Cooking.
What are you making?
Again, none of your business. What? Don't touch my sandwich.
Okay, the stock seems to be done. Let's look at that. So we're going to take out as much of the solid pieces. Okay, you can see they've given up all their goodness. Don't worry, I am going to be picking at this. Oh yeah, look at that. So we're gonna strain this out. And I'm not gonna go crazy with the straining. All right. I mean, you could put it through a cheesecloth. You can purify it 6 or 7 times. I'm okay with that. It's home cooking. You're getting dinner. Mom already had dinner. Peanut butter and jelly. Why do I bother? Fine. All right, but I am gonna put it. I'm gonna put it through two filters. I'll put it through 2. All right. I'm just gonna put that in. Here we go. I'm gonna let that sit. Let that all come out. All right. Then what I'm gonna do is once the duck is out, I'm gonna take the juices from the bottom of the pan. I'll add that. Reduce that a little more maybe. And then we have our sauce. See you in a few. Okay, we're back. Let's take it out of the oven. Smells great in here. I can't wait to see what we got. Oh yeah. So what I do is I turn the bird around halfway through, because one side was getting a little more heat than the other, I noticed, but it's okay. It's nice. Can you hear this? Come here, listen. That's gonna be good. So I'm just gonna put this on the cutting board for now. And listen, here's the hard part. That really has to sit for 20 minutes. It's gotta rest. All right. So I'm just gonna take some aluminum foil. No, Craig, it is not aluminium. You vegan cat food eater. And what I'm gonna do is take the onions out. I don't think I need this just yet. Maybe we'll get back to that. And I'll put these over there. That's a good place. All right. These have served their purpose. And I put the broth through the strainer. By the way, I'm gonna be honest, I did put it through a cheesecloth. You know, I did. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I was cleaning up and I was looking at it and I was like, you know, you really should put that through a cheesecloth. And that little voice, you know, the guy that sits on my left shoulder, he was like, nah, don't do it. Fuck him. Let him eat it. And the other inattentive guy was like, you're not really going to serve it like that, are you? And I was like, oh, fine. So I did cheesecloth it. And it looks really good. Can you see it over here? Can you? Look at that. It's looking nice. It's looking good. But all this here is more flavor, more goodness. I mean, I want a straw. I mean, this is going to be all the renderings, the drippings. All right, let's see. You know, there's not a whole lot sticking up in there. That's good. That's good stuff. I'm gonna pour. Where's my strainer? And I just told you I went to all that work with the cheesecloth. I mean, I can't put all of this just as is. We're gonna take that. I'm gonna pour that there. All right. We're gonna turn the heat on. We're gonna reduce that. And we'll reduce that for at least the 20 minutes because the duck has to sit. And I know you're thinking, how about some more flavor? I was just smelling it. I was just smelling it, all right? We're gonna let this come to a simmer. Let it work itself down a little bit. And then what I'll do is add a little butter. I think while I'm waiting, I'll put a little vinegar and a little sugar. Vinegar is going to tang it up a little bit. The sugar is going to cut some of that vinegar flavor for you. Just stir that in. I want this to reduce until it gets to a little bit of a thicker consistency where it'll stick to the back of the spoon. And then we're going to cut the duck and we'll see what we have. Be right back. All right, I think we're ready to eat. Sauce is all good. Take a look at this. See how it sticks to the spoon? This is gonna be, that's a nice sauce. That's gonna be great. We're gonna zhuzh it up a little bit, little boom, little wow factor, all right? Just take a little bit of orange and lemon zest. It's easy, right? You know how to zest. Just gently caress the orange, the lemon. Don't go too deep. You don't want to get the pith. And we added one other little thing, all right? What I did was I candied some orange peel. So all I did was real simple. Took some water, took some sugar, took the orange peel, cut them into little strips, boiled it down, made a syrup, put it in the refrigerator. So we'll add that in a second. Let's see what we got here. You know, there's not a lot of meat on duck. Duck doesn't feed that many people. So when everyone's like, I don't like duck, I don't want duck, like in my house, I'm okay with that. Fuck them. Isn't that really what I always say? They don't want to eat it? Don't eat it. More for me. Where the heck's that joint? There it is. Dick. I want the whole thing. You would think I would just take one piece. No, I'm going for everything. I want everything I'm entitled to. This guy's delicious. I'm getting everything I possibly can. Ooh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Okay, put that over there. Oh, the breast is just pulling away from the bone. Look at this. This is... It's hot. Did I mention this is hot? And my mother's in the background going, wear gloves, you're a dentist. I'm like, I know, Mom. Gloves don't help when it's hot, though. I mean, I don't think this bird had Hep B. I don't know. I don't know where he's been. Good thing I'm vaccinated. All right. And I temped it, by the way. So it's $165, right? Because nobody wants to eat uncooked poultry. I'll tell you what. You know what? You guys don't have to watch all this, but let's do this. Come here. Let's just drip some of that loveliness over there. Over there. Here's what we'll do. Have I mentioned it's hot, by the way? I don't know if I told you that before. I'm just going to put some of those candied pieces there. And I think Jessica and her friend are ready to eat. We have a guest here, so we'll see how she likes it. Because really, that's all that matters at this point, because I don't care what anyone in the family thinks. You know that I like it. We'll see how she likes it. All right, we'll be right back. How'd you like the duck?
It was okay. Psych, it was good. I really liked it. He should make it again. And I thought I wasn't gonna like the orange sauce on top, but I ended up actually really liking it. So thanks.
Where's you two?
How'd you like the duck?
I absolutely loved the duck. It was beautiful and it melted in my mouth, and I loved the orange sauce. Thank you, Joel, for having me over for dinner. You are the best.